Alright. First and foremost, I'd like to give all the praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Yahweh Kakwadash, double hands unto the apostles and the elders of great men who not sure they will well. Peace and blessing goes out to the Arkham, scattered through the four corners of the soul, that push the soul in all sincerity and with all diligence. This is your brother Matanai here, from the Great Millstone Camp in Trinidad. Just going to do a quick lesson here, and I'll start with this precept, Ezekiel 12 and verse 21. It says, "And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, The days are prolonged, and every vision faileth? Tell them therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them, The days are at hand. And the effect of every vision, for there shall be no more any vain vision, nor flattering divination within the house of Israel. For I am the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged, for in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word, and will perform it, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai." I mean, we in that time. We in that time. That old rebellious house is speaking about now. Saying in your days, he will say the word through the prophets, and he will also perform it. So, you people think that, this will be things that we saying for a long time again. For when your grandkids, and they're saying, when your grandkids come, or your great grandchildren is saying, well, you're hearing about these things since you're small. Well, guess what? They say a broken clock is correct twice a day. So even though we saying eventually you think you're getting further away from the time, no, you're getting closer to the time. But anyhow, this video here, listen to this video.
And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. It's as simple as that.
It's as simple as that. So, going back to the scripture in Revelation 13 and verse 16, which I'm going to pull up here now, say you will not be able to work unless you have that digital ID. It's as simple as that. So, it's not complicated. No digital ID, no work. Revelation 13 and verse 16. It says, basically, what we're telling you is you wouldn't be able to live if you don't have the digital ID, because you don't need to write and spell and break it down like it's speaking to a child to explain to somebody that if you're not working, you won't be able to pay your bills and your taxes, or whatever the case is, your rent, buy groceries. You don't need to explain that to somebody. Once you're not working, you're gonna be on the breadline, and eventually you're gonna be destitute. But anyhow, and this is the same stunt that they pulled during C19, which they succeeded with. But that was a test run, but they succeeded in what they wanted to find out. Once you pressure their livelihood, which goes back to starts firstly with their jobs, then you're gonna get the designated result that you always wanted to achieve. This is Revelation 13 and verse 16. It says, "And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." And it may not reach that point now, but they're taking the necessary steps to get to that point, because that's the end goal. That is the end goal. And things get speed up so fast. We don't know how the Lord have things planned out, but we know that this is what they want to achieve. To get our mark in the right hand. You might bring this, and it might just take the scan of your face through your phone camera, or some wearable band that you could get, and then it would have the problem with this one hacking it, and this one getting their own stolen, and blah 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 blah. Usually at rhetoric create the problem and bring the solution. So then the next solution will be to insert it in your skin, so a man can't steal it, a man can copy it, a man can hack into it. You would have to take off your whole limb in order to steal your identity. But we know that this is the direction that they're gonna come with. The scriptures say, "For we are not ignorant of Satan's devices." We know exactly what this man coming with, and we've been warning you people for a very long time, and you people refuse to take heed, but rather scoff and mock and say that will never happen, and how we could bring that on, because you don't think that the Bible is true. You don't think that the Lord could appoint these men out here that look like madmen, that wear dresses, that never had no higher level at learning education to preach His word. Because that is what you actually, even though you mightn't say it, that is what people actually believe. Because these fucking pastors out here, in their nice suit and tie and their nice tux and the big large fancy church with a large congregation, they've been found out, they've been exposed for numerous things. Like for example, T.D. Jakes, name call up with P. Diddy, but guess what? His congregation dwindle? Did his congregation dwindle? Absolutely not. Because they believe he's a man of the Lord. Number one, because he teaching lies. And number two, because of his appearance, how he appeared to be, how he's spoken. He went to this school, he went to this theology school, he got this degree. So they will believe him. But I'm not stray too far. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So back in C19, we had the issue of people refusing to take the inoculation, the C-Max. And then they say, well, you know what? If we not get any desired result, you know what? Threaten their jobs. Hey, you can't work if you ain't take that. You can't work if you can't enter this premises or this building or this staff room if you ain't take that job. And immediately people who had a strong stance against it, or a supposedly strong stance against it, what they did, they gave in to the pressure. They gave in to the fact that, I might lose my house, and I might lose my car, and I might lose my job. I mean, with losing my job, I might lose my wife. So they gave in. And they noticed that, and they bring in the same thing. They start with the jobs. No job, you cannot work if you do not have digital ID. And they're using, what they're using, an immigration crisis problem that they probably engineered and created themselves as the cause of to bring in, to implement this new system. This is I think that's Ephesians 5. No. Ephesians 5:14, it says, "Wherefore he said, Awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Mashiach shall give thee light. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is." So don't be unwise out here. Don't act foolishly. You know, you start a business, you know, eventually you're gonna have to give it up. Because this is the new measures that they're bringing into place. So they say, well, you had to get a chip. Now the digital ID could be something like a band, or could be accessible to your phone. But when the time reach for them to put it in your hand, what are you gonna do? You're gonna say, well, nah, I now started this new business. I can't give it up. I had too much things invested in this. I could lose my home. Yahushua say, "He that seeketh to save his life shall lose it. And he that loseth for my name's sake shall save it." So if you try to hold on to the little that it have here, that which really is nothing, because as soon as that man come, the Lord gonna come instantaneously. When I say instantaneously, I mean at the exact moment. That just mean, you know, it could be weeks, months, you know, a year, but we believe it's gonna be very fast. So you deny the Lord, or you give up your faith in the Lord to hold on to the dregs of a crumbling empire, of a crumbling kingdom, and you had to be a fucking madman. So the scriptures say, "Wherefore be not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is." So act accordingly. You know, you don't know the Lord. Hey, the Lord is about to bring this place down. It's not things that you're not going to introduce yourself into. You're not going to begin. You're not going to start, because you might put yourself in jeopardy. You might frustrate yourself, because when things not going your way, you want to know how. But really and truly, the Lord is showing this place. Everything about this place is about to fall. Just now we wouldn't have jobs. Just now we wouldn't have food. It would be chaos and anarchy in the streets. It could be civil unrest. So you trying to build or establish something here for what? But anyhow, I just want this bring out that video. They have a lot of other videos circulating on the net, because that's a big thing right now. That's a big thing. A big topic in the world right now. That digital ID stuff. But that is a video just to, you know, to show these scoffers and them that, you know, we're not mad. We just could see the Lord gave us the faith, the vision, the eyes, the ears to see and to hear and to believe where you cannot believe. Look at that in Hebrews. Hebrews 4. Um, 4 and 2. It says, "For unto us was the gospel preached, as well as unto them, but the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it." So with that, I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of goodness, so that surely do well. Peace and blessings. Till next time, I say Shalom.